Coming up, Lady Gaga's alleged dognappers arrested. What we know. It's New Music Friday.
Another one.
DJ Khaled's latest album is filled with rap royalty, from Jay-Z to Cardi B. The kid Leroy opens up about his collab with Miley Cyrus, plus her words of wisdom.
She told me don't get too caught up in like all the other extra and just stay focused on the music.
And are Kris Jenner and Khloe Kardashian about to become next-door neighbors?
Oh, this is giving me life.
Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to ET Live's The Download. I'm Denny Directo. Katie Krause joins me today. And Katie, we have an update on Lady Gaga's alleged dog napping. 5 people have been arrested, in the case of Lady Gaga's dog napping. Now, the alleged culprits were arrested Thursday on charges that include attempted murder and robbery. ET can't confirm that. And according to the LA County District Attorney's Office, all 5 defendants pleaded not guilty and are scheduled to return to court on May 11th. ET has, of course, reached out to Gaga's rep for comment. Now, this news comes 2 months after Gaga's dog walker and friend Ryan Fisher was shot while walking 3 of the singer's dogs on February 24th. Her dog Asia managed to escape and was later recovered by police, while her other 2 dogs, Gustav and Koji, were dognapped at the scene. A rep for the LAPD confirmed to ET on February 26 that the dogs have been returned and reunited with the singer's team. As for Ryan Fisher, he did survive, though in an update last month, he revealed his lung had collapsed multiple times and that he was struggling with trauma from the incident.
I'm glad he's okay, though, you know?
Right, absolutely. This was a scary story and really sad.
I know. And I'm glad we finally have some more information on this. So according to a press release, the LAPD's investigation revealed the names of the 3 suspects police believed were involved in the robbery and shooting of Ryan. They are James Jackson, Jalen White, and Lafayette Whaley. Detectives do not believe the suspects were targeting Ryan because of the dog's owner, aka Lady Gaga. However, evidence does suggest that the suspects knew the value of the breed of the dogs and think that was the motivation for the robbery. Now, Harold White, Jalen's dad, and Jennifer McBride were also arrested as alleged accessories. But here's where it gets interesting. Jennifer is the one who reported that she found the dogs and ultimately brought the dogs to the LAPD. She also said she responded to the email about the $500,000 reward Gaga offered up to the person who returned them. Detectives claim they've been able to establish McBride and Harold White had a relationship. James, Jalen, Lafayette, and Harold are all documented gang members from Los Angeles.
I gotta tell you, I had a feeling it would come back to whoever stole them would be the ones to return those dogs too, and it seems like that's kind of what happened.
You hear that $500,000 price tag, and you're like, "Wait a minute."
Because my
This
first
is more
thought
than
when
I'll
they got
ever get for reselling these.
Exactly, and I really did think, I was like, well, who is this woman who returned the dogs to police, So it's really interesting, and also to hear that the evidence suggests that they didn't know that those dogs belong to Gaga. Well, they got a rude awakening, because I feel like that also just elevated the story as far as like the visibility and the awareness, and all eyes were on whoever took them and also whoever shot Ryan. So obviously justice is yet to be served, but in response to the arrest of the alleged dognappers, Gaga's dad, Joe Germanata, exclusively tells ET that's fabulous news. I hope the LA prosecutor doesn't let them go. It's taken a while, and I'm proud of the police department out there for sticking with it. As I said, I just hope that the DA doesn't let them go now. I'm going to give my daughter a call. I'm sure she'll be happy. I'm sure she will be, right, Katie?
Yes, I'm glad that I know justice has not quite been served yet, but I think we're on the path to justice, and I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm glad that all the dogs are accounted for and they're back with Gaga, and that Ryan's on his road to recovery. But of course, you guys, ET will continue to cover the case, and you can head over to etonline.com for more.
Not sorry, don't mind me, I'm living a dream. Living a dream, yeah.
Oh, it's my favorite day of the week, Katie. It is New Music Friday.
Woo!
And you know who dropped an album, or I should say another one? DJ Khaled.
His new album, Khaled has 14 tracks, literally with some of the biggest names in music. Before the album even dropped, it had already hit the top 5 on the iTunes overall top albums chart and #1 on the hip hop rap chart, in addition to trending worldwide. ET's Kevin Frazier asked DJ Khaled a very important question as his album dropped this morning. Take a look.
Hey, do you have a favorite? I know this is putting you on the spot, but do you have a favorite on this album?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This is an album where I made sure every single song, and I'm not even lying to you. You know, for me, I made sure every song was my favorite.
I mean, how does
Such
the
a
man
DJ Khaled
choose?
answer.
It's such a Khaled answer, but also because he knows who's on this album, and it's almost like picking your favorite child because he got so many of his famous friends and frequent collaborators on this album. But there was one that's happening for the first time that I was excited about. By the way, there's 14 tracks on this album, so there's banger after banger, but Big Paper features Cardi B. Now, according to DJ Khaled's social, Cardi's track actually seemed to come in at the last minute. I mean, look at his excitement after he heard Cardi's vocals were sent in, locked and loaded, ready to go.
Yes! Cardi B vocals is in! Ah!
Now, just how last minute did that Cardi B track come in for his album to drop on this Friday? Well, DJ Khaled gave us the scoop. Take a listen.
Man, Cardi B came in like a Michael Jordan buzzer beater. Yesterday, you know, she got the track last minute. It was like the last song on the album that got recorded, and that got done yesterday. Like I got the files like 2, 3 in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? East Coast time, and the album comes out at midnight. So I still got to mix it and master it and, you know, ingest it in the system. And that's a big process.
Katie, I have to add context here. That interview with Khaled happened this morning. So the album dropped this morning, which means the track got delivered last night. That's why.
Talk about a buzzer shot. That's what they call
Yes.
a buzzer shot. You know, it's like that was the winning move right there. But meanwhile, he also got both Justins on the album. That's Justin Bieber and Justin Timberlake. Let It Go is the song that features Justin Bieber and 21 Savage. Just Be with Justin Timberlake. But look at this post that JT posted of him and Bieber waiting for Khaled to answer their FaceTime earlier this week before the album dropped. And then DJ Khaled's response to the Justin FaceTime saw it.
Vocals is in!
He really loves jumping in the pool. Yeah.
I think that's what he does when he gets good news, especially when it comes to, you know, getting the music when it's due.
Yeah.
I'm glad they made deadline.
So funny. Other huge celebs on the album are Jay-Z, Nas, Meg Thee Stallion, Lil Wayne, Lil Baby, Migos, Her, Post Malone, Roddy Ricch, Drake, Puff Daddy, Rick Ross, Bryson Tiller, and Meek Mill. Is it time to just give this guy a Grammy or what?
I mean, the only person not on this is me. Like, there's so many people, like huge names, who gave the time to give them a little collab. I love to see it. Now, speaking of collabs, the kid Leroy is making a name for himself these days. I honestly feel like everyone's jumping at the chance to collab with this kid too. And the person who is up next to collaborate with him on a remix is none other than Miley Cyrus. Miley teased fans that she and the kid Leroy have been hanging, which only led us to conclude that some new hot music was coming from the duo. Not to mention, she kept posting her little snippet from the remix. So without further ado, here's the kid Leroy and Miley Cyrus's remix of Without You.
This right. So here I go. Oh, can't make a wife out of her. Oh, I'll never find the words to say I'm sorry, but I'm scared to be around.
Fun fact about this video, Katie, Miley says she directed it herself. It looks very organic and very, But what do you think of her jumping on this song?
A, I love it. B, I cannot get over how much he looks like Justin Bieber.
Bieber.
Am I wrong?
No, You're not wrong at all, which is
I think
funny
it's
you
so
sh
wild.
funny you should mention that because he, of course, collaborated with Bieber this year as well, and I asked him about that, and he said that he wasn't even a fan of Bieber until a friend of his made him watch Never Say Never, and then he became obsessed, and then he turned from a fan into a collaborator, so he's pinching himself, especially with the Miley collab in this new song. I had to know when I spoke with him earlier this week what his experience was like working with Miley.
I'm happy for people to hear it. You know, it's crazy. I I grew up with my older cousins watching Hannah Montana.
Right. Like we all
with them
did.
at my auntie's house. So yeah, it's funny. It's fire.
You know what's funny too is obviously Miley knows a thing or two about growing up in the music business. I think she was just a few years younger than you were when she first started. Did she give you any
Right.
advice or warn you about maybe any pitfalls to avoid?
She just told me stay focused and remember. She told me don't get too caught up in like all the other extra and just stay focused on the music and like just creating the best music possible.
I mean, I feel like Miley is a wealth of knowledge and wisdom, considering that she literally started in the business as Hannah Montana, like several years younger than the kid Leroy. So I would trust anything she has to say. What do you think?
I agree. I feel like she was also born into this industry because of who her dad was. I feel like she's had an entire lifetime of experience at this point.
It's so true. If you guys get a chance to check out my interview with the Kid Leroy, he also talks about what he's looking forward to the most with his upcoming studio full debut album dropping soon for all those fans. But in the meantime, I'm so excited to talk about this next track. Haley Kiyoko is back with a new single called Found My Friends, and it is so amazing. It's a bop, but it's definitely going to be an anthem for summer. Not to mention, I'm already calling it, the video is iconic. Take a look. Now, this gem right here is literally just featuring Haley. She's doing all the choreo. She's back by herself. And not to mention the fact that she also self-directed this video and it's shot on film at the Biltmore Hotel downtown in LA. I'm obsessed with this song. What did you think of the video, Katie?
The video is iconic. I cannot get over her orange leather suit, and her hair looks amazing.
And the
She looks
dancing.
like she's having the time of her life. I'm like, yes, Haley.
And that's the point of the song too. It's all about liberation and also finding friendship within yourself. And it's something that I spoke to Haley about leading up to the drop of Found My Friends. And this is the message that she has for listeners who are listening.
The message that I'm hoping people take away from Found My Friends is just kind of a reminder, and it was a reminder for myself that I don't have to be my worst enemy. I could actually be friends with myself. I can find friendship within myself. And that was this revelation that I had during this challenging time of my life, where I was like, oh, I can be there for myself and I can comfort myself. And I think obviously as we all experience this pandemic and this very challenging year and a half now, you realize that you do have to eventually learn how to comfort yourself.
It's pretty ironic when she's talking about, the name of the song is I Found My Friends, but she's talking about finding that within herself, which I think is something we could all relate to coming out of the pandemic.
Amen. I also just think I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and if you look inside at yourself, would you want to be friends with the person that you are? And I think that's an important thing to remember as we all work on ourselves and again do come out of the pandemic. Like, who are we?
Exactly, especially as things start to open up. And that's what Haley said she did during this time of isolation. She created music. She also was trying to figure out her needs, her wants, and really checking in with herself, which opens yourself up to so many different opportunities, especially as things begin to open up and we start connecting with people again. So I'm here for it. And not to mention, like I said, it's a bop. It's going to be something that's going to be on the summer playlist on repeat. Okay, so as you guys can tell, New Music Friday is so lit. Be sure to check out DJ Khaled, the Kid Leroy with Miley Cyrus, and of course Haley Kiyoko's new music. Remember the thrill of getting into college, Katie?
I actually really do, because I went out of state and I was like, leaving everyone behind.
You're ready to go.
I was ready to go.
It's the beginning of a new chapter, so it's so exciting. And May 1st actually is National Decision Day. And so for today's Feel Good News, Tondo Dlomo introduces us to a few high school students, seniors, whose lives were changed with just one word. Congratulations.
So many high school students went viral for sharing that big moment, getting accepted into the college of your dreams. And now we're chatting it up with a few of our viral faves about where they're headed this fall.
Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me?
What does it say?
We're going to Tennessee.
Let's see it.
We are going to Tennessee.
All right.
Why was Tennessee your dream school? Why that school?
I just love the college, and they gave me a chance at going, so decided to take that chance. The fact that I would be the first one to actually complete and graduate college in my family, and I have ACC too.
Tell us more about ACC. What is that?
So he has fought his whole way through school. Doctors never said he'd function in life. He wouldn't be able to talk, he wouldn't be able to walk, and he has overcome everything that he has put his mind to, done everything that he could possibly do.
That's their school song. Come here, Kat.
You got in? Yes. Has it sunk in? How has this college acceptance experience been for you?
Honestly, it's been crazy. I didn't think I was gonna get in. I was very anxious, and then just to get that relief of that I actually got in was just so amazing, and I just felt so proud of myself.
My baby got into Hawaii!
So Woo! A lot of incredible people went to Howard, including our very own VP, Kamala Harris.
Knowing that our current vice president is an alumni for Howard University, give me the chills. I'm so honored and blessed.
Congratulations, Maha.
Thank you so much. It's kind of like a dream. As you saw, I was shaking, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is not real. I had to make sure it was my name written on it.
What does this moment mean to you?
Coming from my parents working hard, my mom taking 2 jobs, my dad working day and night, they kind of put our education first. My parents are immigrants. We're first-gen students. We come from very humble backgrounds, and it's you are capable and you can do this. And I want these kids to know that when they watch these videos, that wherever they are, they have a chance, and they should never limit themselves. My name is Maha Zaidi.
My name is Olivia Ximenes.
Hi, I'm Kevin Nager.
And I got into Harvard University.
And I'll be going into the future program at the University of Tennessee.
And I got into Howard University. Yay!
The Kardashians are already tight-knit. We already know this, Katie, but are they about to get even closer? Because TMZ is reporting that Kris Jenner and Khloe Kardashian are currently in the midst of a construction project that would make them neighbors. Photos show the construction of side-by-side mega mansions in the Hidden Hills area of LA, and a report says that the lot used to be one huge estate, but that Khloe and Kris paid more than $10 million each to have 2 homes built side by side. So once construction is finished, Khloe and Kris will live a stone's throw from each other. What do we think about this? Would you want to be neighbors with your parents or your family?
This is a hard one for me because we joked about this earlier. I'm extremely close with my family, and I do feel like I see them at least once every other week, and I feel very fortunate and blessed now that we're all vaccinated that we can do that. But how close is too close? I don't think you want to live so close that your parents feel like they can pop in at any time, day or night, and just hang out, because that's exactly what my mother would do, right?
Right.
Where do you stand on this?
Especially during the pandemic when we're all home all day, every day. Like, I feel like I'm very close with my family too, but I remember when I decided to go to school at UC Santa Barbara, that was the perfect distance from Southern California. 3-hour drive. They were close enough if I wanted to go home for a weekend, but far enough that they couldn't just pop up and say what's up. And so I feel like I would need the same kind of distance from home. I'm about an hour away from them now. Very good. I love that. An hour is perfect for me. I don't know, as much as I love my family, especially my sisters, my grandparents, their dogs, I don't know if I could live next door to them. Because, you know, I like my privacy. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, next door is just way too close.
It's a little too close. But as we know, they're a close family. I mean, Chloe isn't the first daughter to live super close to their momager. Most recently, Kim lived across the street from her mom, and Kylie and Courtney are also in nearby neighborhoods. But, you know, I'm not the Kardashians. So their whole family is a brand and a business. Like, it's probably good to be a stone throw away, but I know I couldn't do it. In the meantime, you guys, you can keep up with the latest on the Kardashians at etonline.com.
I was today years old when I found out about the request folder on Instagram that's full of celebs trying to reach me. Dude, is that Fergie?
If you're a celeb and you thought T-Pain ghosted you on IG, well, he has an explanation. This is so funny. The rapper just recently learned that he's missed hundreds of messages and private messages from celebrities trying to connect or contact him on Instagram. He revealed in this TikTok clip that he just learned about that little pesky request folder on Instagram in your messages tab. He apologized, first of all, to his celeb friends, and now the number of people he needs to buy a drink for just grew quite a bit. Celebs like Diplo, Tyler C from The Bachelor, Fergie, and this one is the one that got me, Viola Davis. If you look closely, Viola, or maybe her assistant, I think is what I read, DM'd him, slid into TPains DMs, but he wants to make it clear that the reason he didn't discover the request tab isn't because of his age. He says age has nothing to do with it. What was your reaction to this, Katie? Can you relate?
This is hilarious because I also frequently forget to check my request inbox, although Fergie and Viola Davis and Tyler Cameron are definitely not sliding into my DMs. I did take a closer look, though, and it looks like most of them, aside from Viola Davis's assistant, are actually people just tagging him. So I don't know if they were maybe listening to his music and decided to tag him. Like Fergie, it seemed like she was just tagging him.
Yeah.
So I don't think he actually owes them that many apologies.
Maybe some thank yous. Maybe some thank yous because it looks like, you know, he's mentioned a lot of stories, which could mean they're bumping his music. Whatever they're doing, whatever they're posting about on their story, they need a little T-Pain to score the moment. So if anything, they're keeping him relevant. I just love this because
T-Pain been?
What'd you say?
I said, where has he been?
Where's he
aside
been?
from on TikTok?
I love me some T-Pain though, and I hope now that he figured out the request tab, that means he will be responding to more people. Maybe we'll get a unexpected collaboration with Viola Davis. I don't know, but he went on to explain in another video titled "In My Defense" on his Instagram page that he actually did look at his request folder back in the day, but it was just thousands and thousands of messages like, "Can I buy you a drink?" or "Oh, my sister's a bartender. Can you follow her?" So he just blew it all off. But although he never thought about the folder again, his social media manager was the one to let him know that he was missing some messages he might want to see. Because as we all know about the request tab, if you don't follow each other, that's where the messages go. So there's probably celebs who've been trying to get in touch, and he didn't even know that. But he added, all these blue check marks just got mixed up in that, noting that he wasn't aware you could filter messages to show verified accounts. But here's the exciting part, Katie. T-Pain says he did return Viola Davis's message.
I have hit back the people that I felt needed the immediate response. I did hit back Miss Davis. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Also, Instagram. Come on, man. Give us some where, you know, you can just get easily to all the blue checks. The UI is just out of control.
Wait, Denny, can you filter by blue check marks or can you not? I'm very...
You know what? I'm going to have to figure that out because I'm old. I don't know how to do anything on social media, so we're trying to figure it out. While I do that, though, you guys go and enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the new Music Friday picks from us. And, of course, download the ET Live app so you don't miss another episode of The Download. And, of course, my thanks to Katie Krause today. Thanks, Katie. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Happy Friday. TGIF.